Welcome to The Inner Strategy, the blueprint behind bold leadership. I'm Scott Smith, and this is my short-form podcast where every day we're going to tap into timeless truths and modern clarity so you can lead with stillness and strength in our chaotic world. Cleanthes taught that the greatest thing by far is to be a master of yourself. Every yes you say comes with a cost. Saying no to things, saying no is one of the most powerful leadership tools that you have. And that's not about rejecting people. It's not about rejecting opportunities. Honestly, it's about preserving your focus, your energy, and your time for what truly matters. You have to have boundaries. Boundaries are necessary. If you don't have boundaries, you're just going to kind of wander. You have to know when to say yes, and you have to know when to say no. And we touched on this earlier this week. You say no to things that don't matter. You say yes to things that do. You say no to the things that are not going to get you to your goal. And you say yes to the things that are. And you can say no with confidence, knowing when something is going to help get you to whatever your goal is. You can say no, and you can say yes when it is. When it's not going to get you there, you say no. When it is, you say yes. And sometimes you don't know the difference. And so you make your best choice. You make your best guess. And it's okay to be wrong. Master yourself. Master your mind. Master your calendar. Master your time. Say yes to the things that matter and say no to the things that are going to get in your way. Here's an example. Dinner with friends. That sounds amazing. Sometimes that needs to be a yes, but then there are going to be times when it needs to be a no. Let's say you're trying to finish your degree. Dinner with friends, complete lesson 35. What do you choose? If your goal is to finish your degree, you probably need to complete lesson 35, and you say no to the dinner with friends. See, one of the things that I see happen in our world today is people feel that they need to absolutely have balance in everything. And I'm here to tell you that balance isn't an effective tool to accomplish your goals. I'm not saying you don't need balance. I'm not saying you don't need downtime. I'm not saying you don't need to have time to exercise and have time to eat right and have time to spend time with your family and have time to spend time with your friends. I'm not saying you don't need those things. You do. But knowing when to do them and when not to do them is going to define your success. Every yes you say comes with a cost. Every no you say comes with a cost too. But if you want to be successful in your business, in your educational pursuits, in your physical transformation pursuits, in your managerial career pursuits, you have to know when to say no and when to say yes. Because those no's and those yeses are going to define your outcome. You have to know what you want. And then you have to say no to the things that are going to keep you from achieving it and say yes to the things that are going to empower your growth, that are going to make the difference for you and allow you to accomplish your goals. So as we get ready to dive into the weekend, take a few quiet minutes today and ask yourself, is what's on my calendar going to get me where I need to go? Are the choices that I am making right now going to help me accomplish my goal? And if they are, awesome. But if they're not, say no. People will understand. And if they don't, they're not the ones that are going to feel the success or pay the price, whether you win or lose. That's you. So own it. Make today amazing. Let's go. Thanks for spending a few quiet moments with me today. If the inner strategy helps you lead with more presence, power, and purpose, take a moment to share it with someone who needs it. Remember, your legacy is built in the still moments, and your strength is found within. Until next time, lead boldly, live wisely.